Hello guys, my name is Ricky and I'm gonna show you, or we're gonna make a simple calculator. Maybe the world's most simple calculator, but it would be nice. I'll show you one more cool thing using this timer later. So add a text box and add another text box too. Where do I have the text box? Here. And you can add a we'll do that later. So now add like 4 or 5 buttons if you want. I'm gonna add 4 buttons. These buttons is for the plus minus. It tells the program what math function you wanna use. So change this to plus, change that one to minus, change this one to times, and go on. You can use present if you want. I'm just gonna use the most simpler in the most simplest calculators. So let's go and make our business. Let's go do it like this, and at the bottom of this we will add a result using a label and results. So this is called the text box 1, this is called the text box 2, this is called buttons 1 2 3 4. It's, you know, that's, let's just double click the bottom one and type label. That's this one is called the label one. As you can see in the properties, if you scroll up, here's the properties, label one. That's why we type actually the label one. So label one dot text equals to a val text box one dot text, and that's actually this text box, and this is text box 2, plus val text box 2 dot text. Really simple actually. We got one error, and that's because we didn't type label 1 here. So you can do that with the minus 2, but just change this to minus. You can do that with all the other math functions you used, and yeah, really simple. And oops, we didn't need to do that, and we just need to say, do we need to say anything more? I think that's it. So let's just type 10 plus 10 plus, and it's 20, minus it's 0, times it's 100, and here it will be 1. So that's a pretty simple calculator. We're not done yet. I'm gonna show you some more cool things. Just stop the debugging, add a label here. So you can, as basic, we can have the label as plus. You can change that in the properties. Move this to the center, and okay, that was too hard. Let's just hold in Alt and there, and with the plus we can say label 2 dot text. That's the new label we add, equals to plus. Do that with all the other math functions you used, minus or whatever you used. Whoops. And before we debug, we're gonna add one thing called a timer. Maybe the coolest thing you can use in the Visual Basic. And here we go to the timer. First, double click on the program and say timer 1 dot start. Was the new timer that we recently added. So now double click the timer here and say just copy these we used before, and we're only gonna use the plus for the timer. let's just add another button. So move all this there and copy one of these buttons, and we can say clear, or we can say stop timer. Stop timer would be really cool. Stop timer. So let's see how it works. As you can see, the timer only works for the plus. Actually, maybe we can make it for the another thing. So as you can see, the timer is activated, and we haven't. Look, 10. It actually automatically says to 10 plus 10. It's 20. So if you press minus, we can't even see the 0 because the timer is actually working right now. So if we click stop timer still, because we haven't added any source code for the stop timer. I think you know we used the timer start before. What can we use to stop the timer? Of course, the timer stop. So let's debug again and say plus, or don't say plus, just say 100 plus 100, 200, and we can't see actually, but we can press stop timer and says minus 100 minus 100 is of course 0, and if you get times it's of course 1000. And here you can see our label changes all the time because we use this label to text is equal to the math function that we used. So I'm gonna pause the video to find out a clue how we can do to get the timer works with all the other functions. So I see you soon. I got one idea, but it will take some. I got actually two ideas. Actually, we can add 4 timers for each of these, or we can use an if and else. But I think the 4 timers will actually save us a bunch of time and a bunch of. You don't need to type so much is, if, else, and if. So let's just add 3 more timers, and in the program we can actually remove this timer. Timer 1.start. We actually will start the timer when if someone clicks one of these buttons. So go to the plus, and you can say here timer 1.start, and here you can say timer 2.start, but actually we need to stop the other timers. So if the timer 1.start, we need to first stop all the timers. We need to check that all the timers is stopped. So we just do like timer 2.stop, timer 3.stop, and timer 4.stop. I actually only can make 10 minutes video, so I will pause the video. I think you know what to do, so I will pause the video. So I don't think I can do all this in 1 minute, so I'll pause the video fast. Okay, I actually done all of these timer 2 or timer 1 to 3.stop. So actually in the next tutorial we can actually continue with these. So I see you in the part 2 of this stupid dumbass calculator. No, I'm kidding, but I see you in part 2. Have a nice